Welcome to my daily practice at Wendy Coad Art. If you find this video interesting or helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel and liking the video.
Hi, my name is Wendy and I'm an artist. I've been an artist my whole life and I am excited to invite you into my studio and show you my art practice. I paint every day and I do acrylic on paper. I also do stencils. I draw. I organize my studio space. I do a lot of things. For me, art is about problem solving, so there's always little tricks and tools that I can share with you along the way. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here.
I'm very excited today because I have some new paper on the wall. It's always a thrill. It's always exciting. It's like new paper. Nothing's on it. I have some of its, kind of sibling paper that's already been painted. So there's some influence there. I will be working on this whole wall today. Very excited about that. And the back wall. So the two panels on the right I have been working on for some time. I think you can see this is not like a linear process for me. I don't start a painting and work until I finish a painting. I've done that in the past, but it really slows me down. I think it works very well for a lot of people, but I love to have the ability to just go from one to another. If I paint on my brush, I can just like move it through the various panels that I have going. Even when I worked in a narrative fashion, I always had some other kind of like side paintings that I was working on, and so that's just how I do it. But the paintings at the end here, these paintings, I've been working on for, if you've been following me, I've been working on them for a very long time. So I'm sorry I can't give you the, beginning to end in a very concise, sped up way. Maybe I'll work on some of that. But there's so much to do in a day. And I really prefer the painting part of all of those things that are getting done in a day. And I'll tell you the truth, I, at a couple of points along the way, thought of abandoning these. It's just like, yeah, well, it's not working, I'm just going to move on. There's always another painting, which is true. But sometimes just sticking with it, and that's the other advantage of having all of these panels, is that I can just ignore these for a while, which I did for a good week. Yesterday, I was just like, I had paint on my squeegee and paint on the paint tube, paint on a brush, and I was like, I got nothing to lose. If these are going to be almost never discarded, I usually recycle. But if these are going to be recycled, then hey, I can do whatever I want before I, take that last drastic step. So voila. I didn't really even know at the time if it was going to resolve these paintings. I really just didn't even think about it, because I've had so long a time working on these with things not going the way that I would have liked. But I woke up this morning and voila, these paintings are done. This long panel has surprised me because initially I was just thinking, oh, I'll just cut it into 3 parts. I suppose I could still do that. I love it when a painting's like a hologram. There's a kind of a holographic quality where you can just take a section of it, and um, there's some things going on there that are really very, very interesting, very good. Uh, so section by section, and that's actually how I look at paintings. I look at the whole painting, and then I look section by section. Sometimes it's random. So, um, so the lines that I added, the brightness with a couple of the colors that I chose to add, really brought these back to life for me. And I am delighted to say today that they are done. I'll be taking them off the boards and putting up some new paper, which I have already begun to prepare. So I'm ready to go. The dilemma is this long panel. Because I'm working now on rolls of paper, I can choose to have the paper lie, flat, like in a vertical with a long panel, or I can cut these. This would be cut into two before putting on the board. Anyways, those are decisions I don't have to really think about right now. What I have to think about right now is what I am going to put on these gorgeous sheets of paper. Just can't tell you how happy I am with these paintings at A, being done, and B, I love them. I really do. So, all right. Now, I'm going to start these with, I think, some largish shapes of color. So this is a minty color. Aquatic. Actually, it's not mint. The mint has a little more of a green hue, and this has a little more of a blue. So it's nice and cool. When I come to think of it, I often start with the warm colors. But today I'm going to start with some just bands of color. Ooh. I don't really know how something so simple, elemental, can have delighted me for my entire life. But putting paint on paper is a joy. Oh yeah, this can use a little bit of coolness. I like that. I'm not doing anything with these. I'm not doing it. I think I need more. So, well, now you know, these will be taken down and new paper put up. I'll turn these around. Oh yeah, these are going to be taken down and new paper put up as well. There's a lot going on. And I've already painted the back side. These are the matte pages. Let's see what I've got on the other side here. All right. I actually think I'm done with all of these. So, but not these. And put my squeegee down. Here it is. And I have, of course, the other side is full of paper. I'm thinking of a kind of a bolder, darker color. I can feel myself getting a little nervous, a little precious. Oh gosh, if I use a really dark like the indigo or the Payne's gray, um, will it be too much? Will it overwhelm these kind of light, airy spots? Let me just start over here. I guess if I was writing, these would be, the first sentences, the first words on the paper. That's nice. And nothing over there. Yeah, this didn't stay dark. I have the light blue, and then I put the Payne's gray on, and it lightened, kind of melded together. So it wasn't the shock that I thought it might be over there. And I'm quite pleased with the initial markings here. Sometimes if I have even a little bit of paint, I'm like, oh, I've got to do something with this paint, but I'm not sure that I do. Oh, well, there I did. Oh, that's not bad. I'm looking for a little more shape, like a rectangle or a square. This kind of counters the other, rectangles and squares. And then the line adds the fluidity. And I can certainly add line. Directional line, fluid line, just marks. It's so primal. All right, well, I have to manage, the desire to just keep going for the sake of keeping going. I mean, sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't, but I think I am off to a good start. So I'm going to look at these for a while, wait for the paint to dry. I know on the other side I have works. Well, I suppose I should be looking at these too. These are on the cusp, whether or not I have finished it's a tricky point as well because I really like a lot of what's going on, but I'm not getting that settled feeling like there's nothing left to do. Although I'm pretty close. I'm going to bring a line down here. and it's like there's this big belly. In this piece here, I don't know, it's rounded, and I'm not sure that line actually did anything for it. Extend it a little bit. All right, well, I've created a problem there I'm going to have to solve, but not today. So thank you for being here, and I really enjoyed sharing my work and my process with you, and I hope to see you on the next tape.
So I'm so happy that you are joining me today and maybe other days too. I'll take you through my day-to-day as an artist, and I look forward to seeing you on the next tape. Thanks for being here.